There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Welcome back, everyone. We are just 2 episodes away from finishing Daredevil Born Again Season 1, counting this one. So, let's get into Episode 8, the penultimate episode of Daredevil Born Again.
Who wrote this? Nobody says penultimate.
Okay, so before we get started, there is a lot to cover in this episode. Mostly it's a lot of talking, but anyways, we start out with my GOAT, Bullseye, my favorite character from Season 3. Anyways, I do like where the security says he's not allowed to carry anything.
Usually we collect their stuff, but they don't let this fucker keep anything himself.
Anyways, Dex is brought into the public population of the prison. So moving on from my GOAT, we pick up with Vanessa and Fisk. Fisk brings her down to his lair where he houses Adam, while at the same time we see the worst thing in this episode by far, which is Heather and Matt arguing. It's just very boring. She's talking about how she killed Muse and how all vigilantes are bad, including Daredevil, which then Matt says it was Daredevil who saved her. And it's just a back and forth, but eventually Heather is on her way out when Buck stops by, giving her an invitation to attend a party held by Fisk, because she killed Muse and Fisk is using that. Also, that's when Matt flies off the handle and freaks out Heather because he's talking about how it's a trap and how he's playing her, which he is, but anyways. Matt leaves and we finish what Fisk and Vanessa are doing. It's not great. Fisk is finally telling Vanessa he messed up and he's going to do better.
You've got to do better, Senator.
But he also tells her he can't forgive Adam. And this is Vanessa's first time seeing Adam in God knows how long. So how does she repay Fisk's regrets and Adam's also regrets? Yeah, she just kills bro. And also, if you think for 1 second that Vanessa isn't bad or even worse than Fisk, you must not remember Season 3, in which she sent Dex to kill Special Agent Ray Nadine, after Fisk said to keep him alive. So yeah, Vanessa has always been a little evil. After all that is when we see Matt, who is told that Bullseye wants to see him. And also on Fisk's side, he promotes Daniel to some other job. Not really important, so back with Matt. He goes to Josie's bar and has a drink with Cherry. Also, I don't know if they're going to rewrite Foggy's death later, like they did in the comics. But anyways, Matt figures out who hired Bullseye to kill Foggy, like a year later. So he goes to visit Dex, and I was liking the scene. I thought it was cool till Matt flips out and starts smashing my goat's face on the table, which kind of felt out of character for Matt, making him seem crazy and out of control with his emotions. However, this was a mistake, because a little later, Dex is in medical when he pulls out a trick right out of the comics where he breaks his tooth and shoots it at the officer and escaping right on out of there. So that night at Fisk's party, we see Heather all alone. Vanessa goes over to talk to her, mostly trying to figure out where Matt's at, and there he is. Matt goes over to Heather saying he's figured it out. And he's also overhearing Fisk and Jack talking about how he is the swordsman. And it's also another good time to say, hey, in November, I'll review the Hawkeye show. Already have had the video done. Anyways, some guy is taking a picture of Fisk, and in response, he sends his little task force goons at this poor guy. And yeah, they're being corrupt. So after all that, we see Matt purposely bump into Fisk stealing away Vanessa, where he just lays it all out, and she looks none too pleased. However, guess who shows up? Bullseye aims right at Fisk, but Matt hears this and jumps right into action, actually taking a bullet for Fisk. And the episode ends with the audience being reminded of Foggy's death, and that is episode 8. Overall, I did kind of like this episode. There were some problems, but I did like it better than the past few. This episode did have the best ending in my opinion, but the problem I would like to talk about is I don't know why Dex would take a contract kill from Vanessa, since her husband killed the girl he liked. And that's kind of what the whole finale was all about. You had Bullseye versus Daredevil versus Kingpin, and Bullseye tried to kill Vanessa several times, and Fisk smashed his back against the wall. Also, as it stands, Season 3 of Daredevil is still the best, and I cannot wait for the finale of this one, so I can do my ranking for all 4 seasons. The show can be good in some parts, however, it can fail at others. And I'm not going to say I want to see more of my GOAT Bullseye, just in case Kevin Feige hears me, and kills another character I want to see more out of. Oh, and on the topic of Bullseye, you'll never see me glaze a character more than Bullseye. He's just my favorite. Anyways, I did have fun with this episode, which is more than I can say for half the episodes before it. Well, I'm sick, so with that, that seems to be all of our time for today. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider liking. If you didn't, dislike. Comment your thoughts, but until next time, peace.
Just